Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. This is going to be another swatch party style of video because I was able to get my hands on the two new face palettes from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Maggie, the owner of Blend Bunny, was kind enough to gift me with Juicy Cheeks in PR as well as 2 out of the 3 lip oils that accompany this collection. The only lip oil I'm missing is the clear one. I told her, you just pick whichever ones you want to send me, and these are the 2 she chose to send me, and I'm so glad she sent me the colorful ones. Also released was the Bare Cheeks palette collection, which also included 3 lighter tone lip oils. I didn't pick up any of the lip oils in that collection, but I did order this palette myself. Each of the palettes retail for $32 a piece, and the lip oils are $12 each. There was also a new makeup brush or blush brush that was dropped, and I believe that that's about it. So I'm going to be showing you guys some arm swatches. We'll be doing some cheek swatches, and as a bonus, I'll create a quick eye look using these palettes. If you guys want to see these new Blend Bunny goodies in action, keep on watching. Now, before I start cheek swatching everything, I want to give you a closer look at each palette. So we'll start first with the Bare Cheeks palette. This is the one I purchased myself. You do get a full-size mirror, and these are the 8 shades. These are more neutral leaning shades, and when I tell you this palette swatched well, they both swatched so smooth, like buttery smooth. If you love the Blend Bunny matte formula, and I know a lot of you do, you are gonna love this blush formula because it is just like those shadows. Some of the shades say they aren't intended for use around the immediate eye area. I think that was a disclaimer. I saw something about it on Instagram. Just proceed with caution, and typically what that means is that they'll just cause staining to the lid, which of course is very temporary. This is again the more neutral leaning palette. This is Bare Cheeks. Next, let's go to Juicy Cheeks, and this is the one that I chose to receive in PR, and I think you can see why. It is so bright, so fun, so colorful. I love that the tones in this one, they go from light to medium to deep. I'm liking this yellow, these 2 yellow-orange shades quite a bit, and then purple and pink over here. I mean, just spot on. This palette, these palettes are meant to be mixed and match. Like, let your brush go all over, mix the shades together. I'm gonna swatch them individually, and then I wanna mix a couple of the shades together, in particular, like the yellow, maybe with the pink, because I think that's a very interesting color combination, or even the yellow down here with the purple. I am just so excited about the color stories. The lip gloss, or not the lip gloss, but the lip oil that I am wearing right now is one of the ones from the Juicy collection, and this one is the darkest one, and it's called Ripe. You do get a large doe foot applicator. It's soft, it feels good. I've had this lip oil on for about 20 minutes already, and it feels good. It just provides a soft wash of color to the lips. So let's get started cheek swatching. I'm gonna play some music for you guys. I'll let you see how each shade looks, and then I will come on. I'll give you guys, you know, my initial thoughts, my initial first impressions, and then I'll do a quick little eye look. It'll be an all matte look using these palettes, and then I'll wrap up today's video and I'll share with you guys my final thoughts on the new face palettes from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Let's get started with cheek swatches. Okay guys, this Juicy Cheeks palette is way pigmented, like super pigmented. And keep in mind, I'm of a fair to light complexion. Um, I love this. Like, bold blush is definitely a thing. It's not going anywhere. It's here for 2023. And if you love a bold blush, in particular purples and yellows and pinks, this is going to be your bold blush palette of the year because the formula is so good. It's easy to blend out. I recommend, especially if you are of a fair complexion like I am, like I really built up the shades. I went in a little heavy-handed than I normally would just because I wanted you guys to see the pigmentation on my cheeks. But if you're going to be wearing this on an everyday basis and you don't want it to be so bold, then just go in very lightly and then tap over everything with your powder brush, and that'll help take it down a couple notches. But now what I wanted to do is I wanted to add the yellow. I wanted to add the yellow a little bit over here to this side because this is where I left off, like with that purple shade, this really dark purple. So I'm gonna add a little bit of, what is it called, Tangy. I'm gonna pick it up with the same brush and I'm just gonna add it like to the top part. And you can see it kind of adds like a little bit of a glow. It kind of gives it like a sunset look. And that's one way you can incorporate a yellow blush, which I know is not very common, into this little blush routine, so to speak. Now, let's say over here, I have this like raspberry watermelon shade. This one is called Mouth Watering. Let's say I wanted to add some orange to it. Let me just clean off my brush. So I'm gonna go in with Squeeze. I'm just gonna add that like right here on the apple of the cheek and then take that up a bit. And then of course you can do little circular motions to blend. I'm not doing the finest of blending right now just because I'm just wanting to show you how you can mix and match. And you can really just go all over. Don't feel the need to just stay with one shade. Please let your brush go all over the palette. Have a good time with it. Really take it up here, like towards the temples. What I've been doing lately is just doing bronzer on my forehead and a little bit on my nose, and then really playing up my blush. That's why I really wanted to try these palettes out, and because I knew it was going to be a really good formula. Before we move on to bare cheeks, I want to create a look with this palette on the eyes real quick. Okay guys, so this was just a quick and easy eye look that I created with the Juicy palette. I ended up using like 4 or 5 different shades. I think it was 4 shades. The eyeliner I'm using is actually from Blend Bunny. It's their gel eyeliner. It's a black one. And then for the lower waterline, I went in with an e.l.f. No Budge shadow stick. This one is in the shade Groovy. These are really good. These are really good and they do a good job in the waterline. But something fun for summer. This is just like sunset vibes, beach vibes for me, and I'm loving it. I think what I'm going to do for the next video is I'm just going to be swatching all of the blushes on the left side of my cheek. That way when I create the eye look, like we can see the two different, like this is going to be Juicy side, and then this will be the bare face. What is it? Bare cheeks palette side. So let's move over to the left cheek and let's start swatching the bare cheek palette. Okay guys, now that I've swatched all 8 of the Bare Cheeks palette blushes, again, like Juicy Cheeks, they're super pigmented, but easy to blend out. Go in, especially if you are of a fair complexion like me, go in with a light hand, tap off your brush, and just build to your desired pigment. The shade that I left off with was, or is, in the Buff. It is the shade right here. Let's add a little bit of this pink right here. And again, just mix and match the shades. Please don't feel like you need to stick with just one blush shade. That's what these palettes are designed for. They're designed for you to just swirl, even if you wanted to do that, just swirl all over all 8 pans and create your own unique color combinations. Don't be afraid of it. If you start lightly and then just build into it, you're gonna create your own perfect blush shade and you're not even gonna know it. I hope you remember which shades you use, so you can keep doing it again if you find your perfect blush shade. But this is definitely the more muted palette as far as tone goes, but I think both palettes are going to work great from fairest of fair to complexions to deepest of deep complexions. I would imagine that is what Maggie, the owner of Blend Bunny Cosmetics, had in mind when she was designing these palettes. Now I want to create an eye look with the Bare Cheeks palette. Okay guys, so here's the completed eye look with the Bare Cheeks palette. I went in with some more of that gel eyeliner from Blend Bunny, and for the lower waterline, I went in with a NYX Epic Wear liner. This one is in the shade Periwinkle Pop. The mascara I've been using in today's video is this one from e.l.f., and it is their Lash and Roll Mascara. Let me go ahead, wrap up today's video. We have Bare Cheeks on this side, Juicy Cheeks on this side. Oh, and I did change into the second lip oil that I received. This one is in the shade Baby Girl. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video and I'll share with you guys my final thoughts. So overall, I think these palettes are a definite must buy. You don't necessarily need them both. Just go with whichever color story jumps out at you at the most. I think if you're amongst the fairest of the fair, I think you should probably just stick to Bare Cheeks. Unless you love a really bold blush, then definitely go for Juicy Cheeks. But if you want something more natural, maybe you have an upcoming wedding, maybe you're going to be in a wedding, the guest of a wedding, or you just have a lot of fun summer plans and you want something a little bit more muted, a little bit more natural, then definitely Bare Cheeks is going to give you that. This is a nice range of all matte blushes. That's another thing. I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning, but these are all matte blushes. If it looked like, or it looks like I have highlighter on or I have a bit of a glow, it's because I am wearing unset foundation here where I have the blush. And the foundation I'm wearing in today's video is the latest one from Saie. This is a glowy foundation. I needed to try it out at least one more time so that when I do my March makeup roundup video, which is coming up really soon, I have some good thoughts to share with you on that one. So just know I didn't set the sides of my cheeks with any powder, and if it looks a little glowy, it's because of the foundation that's underneath. But I thought this was a beautiful palette. This is a great palette, especially for weddings and parties and just things where you need to be a little more, how do I want to say, natural, maybe a little more put together, not like party time, if you know what I mean. I hope that makes sense. But you do get a mirror with both of them, and they each retail for $32. I didn't pick up the lip oils that accompanied the Bare Cheeks palette, but I was sent 2 of the lip oils that go with the Juicy Cheeks palette, and this is the palette that I chose to receive in PR, so thank you so much, Maggie, for sending it my way. I love colorful makeup. I mean, this blush palette definitely didn't disappoint, and for me, I was just so looking forward to the yellow, orange, and purple blushes that are in this palette. Over here is the Juicy Cheek side, the eye, the cheek, everything. I absolutely love it. Please keep in mind that not all of the shades are intended for use around the immediate eye area, and that is because they might cause some staining. I never have any issues. Like pressed glitter, believe it or not, is not intended for use around the immediate eye area, but they still put it in our eyeshadow palettes. So it's the same thing with this. It's just the different dyes that they use in the formula. They can cause a little bit of staining. I guess I'll find out when I remove this, because I got another palette that I need to film with in a little bit, so I'll keep you guys posted, but I'm not really worried about that. What I am concerned with is these gorgeous matte shadows in the Juicy Cheeks palette that are just, oh, this is so good. This is spring, this is summer, this is year round. This is definitely a palette for deeper skin tones. I am so glad that Blend Bunny thought about doing something a little bit more muted for more fair, light skin tones, and something a little bit more brighter, something that's gonna pop on deeper skin tones. I think that's a great idea. 8 matte blushes in each palette. Each palette is $32. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Get them both, get them all. Add a lip oil to your cart, because the lip oils are really nice. They just feel really comfortable. They're not too thick. It's just the perfect amount of thickness, but it doesn't provide a lot of tint. If you remember back to last week when I swatched out all 8 shades of the new Rare Beauty tinted lip oils, those are tinted lip oils. Those are almost like a tinted lip stain, while these are more oil-like and don't provide much of pigment. It's just a soft wash of color on the lips. Let me know, guys, now that we wrap up today's video, let me know which team you are. Are you team Juicy? Team Bare? Sound off in the comments down below. Let me know if these palettes are in your future. And thank you so much, Blend Bunny, for sending some of these goodies my way. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.